Hi and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be looking at my notes for MEO Class 4. It's an open study session, so let's get on with it. We start with the ISPS code. The ISPS code or is also the ISPS code stands for the International Ship and Port Facility Security Code. The incident that led to the formation of the code was 9/11. It came into force on 1st July 2004. The ISPS code comes under SOLAS Chapter 2/2. It consists of two parts. Part A are the mandatory requirements, and Part B gives us the guidelines or the recommendations that ship owners and the crew should follow. It is applicable for ships regardless of size. It is applicable for passenger ships. It's applicable to ships regardless of the size. For cargo ships of 500 GRT and above, the ISPS code is applicable. For port facilities which serve such ships, the ISPS code is also applicable. So the ISPS code was formed after the incident of 9/11, which you all must be aware. It came into force on 1st July 2004. It consists of two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A consists of the mandatory requirements, and Part B consists of the guidelines or the recommendations that we should follow. It's applicable for all passenger ships regardless of their size. It's applicable to all cargo ships of 500 gross tonnage and above. It's applicable to port facilities which are equipped to serve such ships. The objective of the ISPS code is to enhance cooperation among governments, the ships, port facilities, to detect any excuse me, to detect any security threats and take preventative measures. The ISPS code further defines the ship security officer or designates responsibilities to the ship security officer, the company security officer, and the port facility security officer. So who are the actors who are involved under the ISPS code? The port facility security officer, the ship security officer, and of course the company security officer. These are the SSO, ship security officer, CSO, company security officer, and the PFSO, port facility security officer. It further defines three security levels. The first level ensures that or enforces that minimum protective security measures can be maintained at all times. So we'll talk more about how and why the security levels are important. For now, let's go on and define the security levels. There's security level number 1, security level number 2, and security level number 3. For security level number 1, minimum protective security measures have to be maintained at all times. For security level 2, additional protective security measures have to be maintained for a period of time. And security level 3, which is higher than 1 and 2, Specific protective security measures have to be applied for a limited period of time. So how are these security levels decided? At sea, the flag state decides the security level. At port, the port state decides the security level. There is a document known as the Declaration of Security. It is an agreement signed between the ship and other party while discussing aspects of security. Again, a declaration of security is a document to be signed. It's an agreement which is signed between a ship and the other party, which may be a ship or a port, while discussing aspects of security for whatever procedure they are required to carry out or whatever engagement they have with each other. If the ship is at a higher security level than port, then the DOS should be signed. If there is a security threat or an security incident involving the ship or the port facility, then the DOS should be signed. The DOS also has to be signed when ship is at a port which does not have a port facility security officer or a PFSO. The fourth time a DOS may need to be signed is when the ship is interfacing with a ship which is for any ship-to-ship operation, and the other ship does not have a ship security officer. So the declaration of security is an agreement that has to be signed between the ship and the other party, discussing various aspects of security. There may be 4 instances where a DOS can be signed. If a ship is at a higher security level than the port, if there is a security threat or an incident involving the ship or the port, if the ship is at a port which does not have a designated PFSO, or during a ship-to-ship operation where the other ship does not have a ship security officer. Or, sorry, it's not ship security officer, but ship security plan. So during the ship-to-ship operations, if one ship does not have an SSP or a ship security plan, that's when the DOS needs to be signed. Please correct this. There are 4 instances, and the 4th instance involving the ship-to-ship operations involves when one of the ships does not have an SSP in place. Let's talk about the ship security assessment. The company security officer, or the CSO, assesses various weak points of the ship via a third party. A security survey is done on scene, and feedback is used to create the SSP, or the ship security plan. Please note that a ship can never be at a lower MARSEC or maritime security level than the port. The ship cannot be at a lower MARSEC or maritime security level than the port. What exactly is the ship security plan? It is a confidential document which should not be shared with everyone. It gives the duties and responsibilities of the CSO. It gives the duties and responsibilities and the rank of the SSO. So the ship security officer, there is no specific rank of an officer who presides as the SSO. It is specific to the ship. It also gives the actions to be taken at all 3 security levels, that is MARSEC 1, MARSEC 2, MARSEC 3. And it gives the actions to be taken in case of a pirate attack or an incident, and how to report such incidents. So A ship security plan is a confidential document. It should not be shared with everybody. It gives the CSO, the SSO, and designates the duties and responsibilities as well. It gives the actions to be taken at all security levels. It gives the actions to be taken if there's a pirate incident involved, and reporting of such incidents. It also gives us the information as to how to audit the ship. The training and drills of the crew are also decided by the SSP, and there is a ship security alert system, or the SSAS, which is also given under the ship security plan. So, training and drills of the crew, the list of the equipment maintained and testing for the SSAS, the SSAS activation points, and the restricted areas on the ships. So the SSP is an important document. It should not be shared with everybody. It gives the identification of the SSO, the CSO, along with their contact details. It gives us the procedures for responding and reporting to security incidents. It gives us the list of training and drills of crew. It gives us the list of equipment which should be maintained under the SSP and its testing periods. It also gives us the ship security alert system and its activation points. It also gives us the restricted areas on the ship. So what are the duties of the company security officer? The CSO develops and submits the SSP. The CSO ensures implementation of the SSP. The CSO trains the SSO, and he arranges for internal and external audits. The CSO coordinates between the PFSO and the SSO. So for any ship, the CSO or the company security officer who is actually on shore ensures that there is communication between the ship security officer, whoever the rank may be as per the SSP, and also the port facilities. What is the equipment that comes under the SSP? The SSP consists of metal detectors, walkie-talkies, dog-leg mirrors, the SSAS or the Ship Security Alert System, a torch, batons, whistles, night vision binoculars, and the general alarm. So the equipment that we use under the SSP includes metal detectors, batons, dog-leg mirrors, the SSAS or the Ship Security Alert System, whistles, night vision binoculars, and also the general alarm. We come on to the SSO and the duties of the SSO or the Ship Security Officer. So the regular security inspections are done by the SSO. The SSO maintains and implements the SSP. He coordinates between the SSO and the PFSO, the CSO and the PFSO. The training of the crew regarding work security is done by the SSO. Reporting of security incidents is also a duty and responsibility of the ship security officer. The maintenance and operation of the ISPS equipment also comes under the SSO. Under the ISPS code, there are various certificates that are required to be given to the ships and the ship owners. These are as under. There's the International Ship Security Certificate, or the ISSC. It has a maximum validity of 5 years, and it is awarded by the flag state or a recognized organization. For a new ship, an interim ISSC may be issued. It is a temporary certificate which has a maximum validity of 6 months. The documents that we consider under the ISPS code are the gangway logbook and also, as discussed before, the DOS, the document, the Declaration of Security, and also the Ship Security Plan. So what are the differences between Maritime Security Level 1, 2, and 3? In Security Level 1, entry for visitors is allowed. Only identification is required. In Security Level 2, limited access is given to the ship to visitors. IDs and luggage is checked. Sorry. In Security Level 1, everybody has access to the ship. Only there is a check for the ID. Under Security Level 2, there is limited access to the ship for visitors, and there is a check for ID as well as luggage. In the Security Level 3, only security and personnel are allowed on board. For taking on stores, for MARSEC 1, there is no problem, and also cargo operations can be done. For Security Level 2, checks are made during delivery of stores, and for taking on cargo, there is extensive checks on cargo. In Security Level 3, there is a more extensive check on the store supplies. Packaging, etc. needs to be opened. Cargo handling is suspended. There should be no loading or unloading. Let's discuss more about the ship security alert system. The ship to shore security alert. The ship gives a signal to the shore authority which is competent to handle the alert. The ship security alert is not sent to any other ship. No alarm is raised on board. It continues until the ship security alert is deactivated. So there is no auto cutoff. It may be activated from the bridge and one other location. The location is as per given in the SSP. So the alert sends out the ship's name, the MMSI, and the position to up to 5 locations on shore to relevant and competent authorities. So this was all about the ISPS code, which comes under SOLAS Chapter 2/2. Let's look at SOLAS Chapter 3. SOLAS, as you know, stands for Safety of Life at Sea. SOLAS Chapter 3 gives us LSA and the arrangements. The LSAs included under the general LSAs are the breathing apparatus, the life raft, the lifeboat, and the line throwing equipment. The regulations for the life raft. A life raft must be able to handle 30 days exposure at sea. It should have a stowage height of 18 meters. It should be able to withstand repeated jumps from a height of 4.5 meters onto the life raft. It should be constructed such that it can be towed at least 3 knots, and there should be an occupancy of minimum 6 people. Apart from this, regarding the painter length, the painter length should have a stowage height of 10 meters to 15 meters, which is the stowage height plus 10 meters or 15 meters, whichever is greater. It should be connected by a weakling or a 15 kilonewton HRV. It should have an external light which goes on for at least 12 hours or 4.3 candela. Candela stands for luminous intensity. The equipment that we need to carry on a life raft includes smoke signals of 2 numbers, rocket flares 4 numbers, hand flares 6 numbers. There should be a radar reflector on top of the canopy. Other equipment that needs to be include a fishing kit, a heliograph or a daylight signaling mirror, drinking water, 0.5-liter bottles for 24 hours, seasickness tablets, survival manual, and a first aid kit. The regulations for the life raft, this is an important topic. The first is regarding its exposure to sea. It should be able to withstand at least 30 days of sea exposure. It should be stored at a height of no less than 18 meters. It should withstand repeated jumps onto the raft from a height of 4.5 meters. It should be constructed such that it can be towed at a minimum speed of 3 knots. 6 people occupancy is important. The painter length and the stowage height are connected. Stowage height plus 10 meters or 15 meters should be the painter length. The exterior light on the life raft should go on for at least 12 hours with minimum 4.3 candela, which is luminous intensity. The equipment on the life raft should include at least 2 numbers of smoke signal, 4 rocket flares, and 6 hand flares. A radar reflector should be installed on top of the canopy. A can opener should be given for food. A heliograph, which is a daylight signaling mirror, should be included. Fishing kit, drinking water, seasickness tablets, survival manual, and first aid kits. And a first aid kit. We will further be looking into the launching of the life raft. Thank you.